Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I had some great training with the Apex Accelerator talking about how to find what the government is buying, effective market research. But I had a few questions and we had ran out of time because it was a lot going on. We had so much going on and everybody was being interactive. I did a lot of walk through how to set up an effective market research. So it took a little bit more time than I expected. And I thought I would have time to go over all of the questions, but I was not able to. But I'm going to record this video so I can answer those questions because we don't know who all might have these questions in the video. So I wanted to record it. So let me share my screen because what I did was I just created a template, just a handout, because I'm a believe in creating those handouts. So that way you can always refer back to the handout. And so that was a great question that I received about how do you find um, how do you find what did they say? Oh, let me find the question. It was the opportunity fit. Okay, so how do you do that? And that was a great question because an opportunity fit is a simple decision-making process. It helps you avoid chasing after every opportunity, and instead of focus on one, you want to focus on the ones you could actually win. And there are three things that are key areas that I teach my clients to look for. First of all, the capabilities. All right. The capabilities. Does this opportunity align with what you actually do and what you can deliver right now? Then past performance. Sometimes the opportunities ask for past performance. Do you have the past performance? Have you done something similar in commercial or private sector? Because it could be key personnel. It doesn't matter. Have you done this before, either directly as a sub or through a teaming partner? And the readiness. Do you have the certifications, the times, the tools to submit the proposal? And if you don't, you're going to have to team on that opportunity. So then what I did is I created this handout just for this. So every time you're looking at SAM.gov, you just click, you just ask, can I do this? And then you go through the fit and always make a copy. Use your template, create this as your template, and then just hit make a copy, then label it that opportunity's name. So that way you're not just reinventing the wheel. You have a system, a repeatable process in place on how you go after your business. Now, then also what I want you to do is, so let me go through it. So, you just put it, label it. Okay, hold on, let me cancel because I want to first pull up a SAM.gov opportunity so I can show you in place. So when you're on SAM, you have to sign in if you want to follow or do anything. But for this training, I'm not going to sign in, but we're going to go straight to the contracting opportunities. Then we're going to hit advanced search. So once you hit advanced search, in that training, I did 56, 12, 10. All right, so let's do 50. I'm going to stick with the training because I want to answer the question. Okay, so it was for Department of Veteran Affairs because we did two examples for Department of Veteran Affairs and Department of Education. So Veteran Affairs, let's find Veteran Affairs right now. And then now that we found Veteran Affairs, you see how many opportunities have. It's like 3,000, over 3,000. But we want to narrow the search. We only want to look at 56, 12, and 10. Okay, so we got 56, 12, 10. All right, so now we've narrowed it down to 29 results, right, for that particular NAICS code, right? Because we want to stay within our NAICS code, if that's your primary, your secondary, whatever. So now that we've narrowed it down to the facility support services, then you could even go narrow down because we know today, you got to look at today's date. So we already know that's past. So this one, you no longer can go after when you're looking for opportunities. But let's find one with a date that has not passed. So this one right here, this opportunity, because this is what we're doing. We're assessing to see if this is a good fit for our company. So you can use out here, you can put the PSC code on if you want to narrow it even more. But when you're first getting started, you don't know. You don't know. So you want to look at the different agencies, the different offices, and see what they are buying. Where our goal is to find out what these agencies are buying and then provide that. Okay, so here's a sources sought notice. Remember, if you don't remember what a sources sought notice is, remember the sources sought notice, everything is before the solicitation. So you still can ask questions. You still, now sometimes they don't want to work with you or give you those questions, or that because they don't want to appear to be given favoritism or anything of that. But that is when you still, but the procurement forecast is better when you come, when it's in the procurement forecast phase. That is better to talk to them, because it's still, they haven't decided they're going to be a set aside, or sometimes they have, but they can always switch it. They can update it and switch it. So for this opportunity, I want to look at this staffing service, Charleston. All right, because it still hasn't passed. And so how you do this, you will just take all this information. You can follow, but you have to sign in, or you download this opportunity. You already see what office it is. You see the notice, and then you just fill out your opportunity assessment. You could do it in Excel, Google Sheets. I use Google everything. My ecosystem is Google Workspace, because I like to collaborate with my virtual assistant, my BD team, my social media specialist, my data research assistant. And it's easy, it's collaborative. And I have the Google Workspace, so it's a shared drive. And then you can give them read only access and all those different things. So what you want to do is you want to pull all the key information you need from this, and see if you have your assistant do this. Then all you have to do is come in and do the assessment. They've put everything in here. They've copied and pasted all the information, the title of the opportunity, the notice ID, the link so you can go back to it and then start filling it out. Okay, is this one of our target agencies? The sub tier, is this one of our next codes? And where you will do, so once they fill all of this stuff in right here for you, the quick assessment summary, then you can do this section right here. All right, the target agency, not a priority agency, or yes, it is our target agency. All right, agency, next code alignment. No, it is not. Yes, it is. And then you can make your note. And then how many times have they purchased this? How many, that's when you're going to go in and decide how you're going to keep these notes, because what we do is use these notes if this come up again. Core capability, no. Partial, yes. Because if it's partial, then maybe you can team on it, because you can't do everything. Past performance, do we have it? No. Partial, yes. And then you put those little comments in here, and then you'll use this every time, creating that repeatable process. And then the teaming opportunity, no or yes, because sometimes it may be a teaming opportunity, but it's not an ideal fit for you. So then you don't want to go after it. So you have to make that decision. And then if it's a contract type, which phase it is in? Is it in the procurement forecast phase? That phase before? Did we know about it at least a year to 2 years before, or are we just not finding out about it? You know what I'm saying? And then that way we don't have time to prepare forward. So knowing the contract type. So if it was unknown, then it's in the market research phase, or is it in solicitation phase, or know what phase it is in. So that will help you to determine to make your decision. That's key in decision making. And then any stages, if you want to put a stage on here, and then a set aside, the set aside. Is it if you're a woman-owned small business, or 8A, and then you'll put yes or no, because you'll put whatever your business is. And then a place of performance. Say you only wanted to work in Maryland, but it was a North Carolina opportunity. So this is how you do. And then once you finish that, recommendation, mark, pursue, park for later, or pass. I mean, this is not an ideal fit, but you'll have that information for next time when you're reviewing your opportunities. So you're not wasting a lot of time on going after things that is not ideal for your company. So I just wanted to answer that question as thoroughly as possible with a quick video, and that way you create these templates. And when you find that opportunity, as I was telling you before, you take this, you copy it, copy, and then you paste, and then you hit make a copy, and then this is for that opportunity, and then you start filling it out, and then you make a copy, and then you put it in your proposal library for whatever you decide to do. So that way you have your historical documents that you've reviewed this before, and then it's just not a good fit for you. All right. I hope that video answered your question. And then I had a few more questions, and I'll be recording a couple of more videos on this training on how to find what the government is buying, effective market research, because I still had a few questions, and I don't want you attending these events and your questions not being answered. But if you want to, and then I created handouts. I did crosswalks and everything in that training. So if you want to get those handouts, you have to attend the live training. But if you just want to see the handouts, because I always show you the handouts, and you can build your own handouts and use that for your team. Then you are able to share the folders for your team. And it's just a little brief, it just helps you to do better in the government contracting space. Because what I did is I created from scratch a Google document letting you know. Hold on, let me make sure I don't lose. I'm going to make sure I stay. Okay. um, I created a Google Drive showing them how to go from, what is it? Showed them how to get from uh, the market research phase. And then I'm going to continue to use that drive, so that way I can continue to add on the training, making it better, so that way we can have a repository of things that you can use to be productive and helping you with your team and to continue to grow your business. All right, so I'm not going to keep on with that. All right, take care, y'all. Bye now. Stop. Look, how they say, get them dollars.
Yes.
Get that paper, all that. But you're doing it the right way.
Right.
Not everybody do.
Right.
Okay. And we trying to build the community.
What is your definition of success?
My definition is you're happy. Every morning you get up and you're like, oh, I can't wait to get in there on that computer, get my, look, I'm ready and up. That was success for me.
Yeah.
Just being able to answer the phone, talk to my family,
Yeah.
enjoy work, and get up just smiling and happy, you know. Let's talk about the importance of having a coach. A coach challenges you, keeps you accountable, and helps you unlock your full potential. And as a GovCon coach, this is exactly what we do for our small business. We provide guidance, strategies, and support needed to navigate the complex world of government contract. And together is how you reach new heights. And the best athletes out there know this: the Simone Biles, the Shakira Richardsons, the Serena Williams. So if you feel like you are ready to take it to the next height, join the group coaching program. Take care now.